CB on the mic. World Rule Talk. Yeah. CB break it down, yeah, the host with the vision. From the classics to the new, every film get precision. Obscure reels hitting gems, yeah, we dig in the vault. Every frame get examined, every angle we talk. From the old school grain to the high def shine. Indie flicks to the hits, yeah, we cover all time. If it's cinema gold, then you know we gon' say, hit subscribe, tap in, let the critics all play. Yeah, film talk strong, never fading away. World Rule Talk forever and a day longer.
Yo, what up though? This is your boy C. Dot to the B. Dot coming at y'all once again with another movie review. So as y'all know, we are on week 3 of May, aka spring into action. So the first week we talked about okay movie, and that was Lethal Weapon 4. Although a lot of people do not like that film, I liked it. I thought it was okay until the ending, you know what I'm saying? But the standout in that movie was Jet Li. Yo, he deserved all the praise for that movie, you know what I'm saying? Like, he did great. This was his first American film, and I feel like he deserves all the praise and props that he got for that role. The next movie was Passenger 57, which once again, this was Wesley Snipes' first action role, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like this movie put him on a map for future action movies. He became an official action star after this movie, you know what I'm saying? So Wesley, for me, is an all-arounder, you know what I mean? He can do action, he can do comedy, you know what I'm saying? So he's one hell of an actor. In that movie, I can watch it over and over and over again. Because like I said, the first time I seen it was last year. Because before that, it was never on my radar. But I don't know. I was looking at reviews on it and things like that before I watched it. But it wasn't like spoiler reviews. So I went in blind to watch that. And now, this week, we're going to be talking about a movie that I'm sure everybody on earth has seen already. And that is Bad Boys 2. Starring Martin Lawrence, Will Smith, Gabrielle Union. So, alright, there's 3 standout moments for me in this movie that I'm going to talk about in a minute. But in case you haven't seen the movie, I'll, just give you the summary, you know what I'm saying? Or the drop the plot, whatever. But, so basically, it's about this, organization or this conglomerate, you know what I'm saying, dealing ecstasy through several different networks, you know what I mean, like a very powerful conglomerate. And so Marcus, played by Martin Lawrence, and Mike, played by Will Smith, is tasked to bring this organization down. And the first time you see him in this movie, they're at like this Klan rally or Klan meeting or whatever, and they're disguised as Klan members. And then when they reveal themselves, they start, doing the Bad Boys joint, the song or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It was funny, you know what I mean? And yo, I'm going to tell you right now, you thought, if you never seen this movie, and you thought, Will Smith's character in the first one was crazy, in this movie, he dialed it up to 11. Like, this dude was just, like, borderline psycho, you know what I mean? And then Marcus, you know what I'm saying, this movie versus the first one, he became more of a peaceful person, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was, seeing a shrink or whatever, and his whole thing, you know what I'm saying, he just became all about peace. But he did jump into action when he had to. So, the guy that they was pursuing, you know what I mean, eventually he found out that, Marcus is, because I don't want to give away too much if you ain't seen the movie. I'm just like that, you know what I mean? But the guy who, they was going after, you know what I'm saying? He was like the ringleader of all this. He started, dealing with Marcus's sister, Sydney, played by Gabrielle Union. And so what happened was they got close, but then the guy, he finds out that, you know, she's related to Marcus, and he then in turn finds out that he's a cop. And so now he took her hostage. And so at this point, Marcus, Mike, and then the rest of the police force, you know, pursues him. And so he winds up getting away and fleeing to Cuba. And so now, you know what I'm saying, this is where the last part of the movie takes place. And so they're in like this land, like this minefield on the U.S., you know what I'm saying, U.S. Navy base or whatever. And so Marcus, you know what I'm saying, well, no, the guy, he winds up getting the best of Mike, and he has the gun to the back of his head. And so now Marcus has to figure out how to, you know, get him out of that. And so his sister throws the gun at one of the landmines that, you know, the dude's henchman was standing there. And he gets blown out the frame, right? Excuse me, y'all. That's my dog barking in the background. Sorry about that, but I hope it's, you know, not too distracting. But anyway, you know, he gets blown out the frame. And then the ringleader, you know what I'm saying, he gets shot in his head at the end of the film. And so that's pretty much how the movie ends. But I'm not going to talk about all the stuff in between. I just want y'all to watch it for yourself if you haven't seen it. But I am going to talk about the 3 standout moments for me. Now, it's probably the same for y'all, but for me, these are like the funniest part of the movie. You know what I'm saying? The funniest parts of the movie. So, the first scene for me is the scene where they're in this mortuary. I'm not going in order. I'm just, you know what I'm saying, speaking. But they're in this mortuary. And, yo, and there's these bodies that they're looking through because they're trying to, you know what I'm saying, find the drugs and money. And they suspect that they hid the drugs inside the dead bodies, which they did. And they wound up finding some e-pills and some money under the caskets. You know what I'm saying? And so when Mike handed the bag to Marcus, you know, he needed a drink of water, and 2 of the pills fell into a cup. And he didn't notice at that point. You know what I'm saying? And so he took a drink of water and accidentally swallowed the 2 pills. And from there, you get a really comical scene when they show up at their boss's house. And then this is when the pills kick in. And so now he's acting like a straight buffoon, like a straight jackass. You know what I'm saying? Like, Martin Lawrence is very hilarious. The guy can act. You know what I mean? And so this is like his standout moment of the film. You know what I mean? So, like, he's high off these pills, and then he goes upstairs, put on his boss's robe, and just start doing crazy shit. You know what I mean? that had me dying, man. But the next standout part for me in this movie is when they went to this electronics store because they needed to get some sort of evidence or clues off the digital camera that they found in his house. You know what I'm saying? And so they took it to the store, they hooked it up. And so the guy, you know what I'm saying, he's like the store owner's son. You know what I'm saying? He hooked it up to a TV, and so now, you know what I'm saying, it was like different things on the digital camera. But then it got to this one like thing, this video where this woman was having sex with this guy in the car. You know what I mean? Like, she was hanging out the window getting busted. You know what I mean? And so the store owner's son somehow accidentally hooked the video up to every single TV in the store with customers in there. And so now everybody is seeing this. And the store owner comes out of nowhere pissed off, trying to, you know what I'm saying, unhook the video from the TV and all that. And this is when we see Marcus and Mike in the back room, you know, talking. Like, you know, they was pretty much opening up, you know what I'm saying? And so the customers could still see this on the TVs in the store. You know what I mean? And so the way they were talking, it made it look like that they were gay. And so the black woman in the store, she was like the standout moment in this scene. You know what I'm saying? She was pissed. And so when they came out from the back room and they were leaving the store when they got what they needed, and excuse my language, because like I said, I'm trying not to curse so much, but she looked at them right before they walked out the store and said, "You two motherfuckers need Jesus." That's another standout moment. I'm pretty sure everybody quoted that line. After this movie came out, everybody was quoting that line. The third standout moment for me, and I know y'all know what I'm about to mention. So, Marcus's daughter is about to go out on her first date. And this guy, you know what I'm saying, this boy shows up at the house. His name is Reggie. And he's also in the later two films, you know what I'm saying? In the fourth film, he's ill. You just got to watch it, you know what I mean? But in this movie, he's just a regular old average teenager. And so, this is when Marcus and Mike, they start harassing him. And I'm telling you, this shit it was really funny to me because something like this happened to me, you know what I'm saying, when I was a kid. Now, I wasn't picking no girl up on a date or nothing like that. I was only like 12 or 13 when this happened. So, I'm sorry, y'all. Excuse me. That's my dog just barking. So, I mean, if you can hear me, good. But he's just barking. But anyway, I went over to see my homeboy, you know what I'm saying? And his stepdad answered the door. And he just started talking straight shit to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, talking about my head and everything like that. This dude had me feeling some type of way, you know what I mean? But later on, I got cool with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was teaching me, like, different things, you know what I'm saying? How to step to people and all that, if need be. You know what I mean? He was one of those guys. But, yeah, man, this scene was funny. They started harassing him. And if you didn't know that they were cops, right, you would have thought that they were straight, you know what I'm saying, gangsters or whatever, especially Mike. Like, he dialed that shit up to 20, you know what I mean? Like, the way he was just harassing this kid, like, they had him shook. You know what I'm saying? He pulled the gat out and everything, you know what I mean? Pointing it at the kid and then asking him, has he ever been with a man or does he want to? You know what I mean? That scene, forget it. That's like one of the funniest moments. That whole scene was like one of the funniest moments in the entire franchise. But yeah, man, Bad Boys, for me, it definitely gets a 9.5 out of 10. You know what I mean? The acting was good. The special effects were great. You know what I mean? The violence level, like I said, in this movie, it was probably the most brutal one out of the 4 films. But yeah, man, if you haven't seen this movie, I don't know where you been, but make sure you check it out. And that's my review for Bad Boys 2. I will be back here with y'all next week for the 4th and final film. So stay tuned for that. And I will talk to y'all later. All right. Peace.